What's up? What's up? What's up? You tuned into another hip hop adventure of the two Ninja Kickback. I'm Camo the Mano, and this is the intro.
Yes, it is.
I had to let that rock for a little extra. I'm coughing at the top of the pod. You know I got that stanky danky. What's in your blunt? Drop it down in the comment section below on YouTube. Tone, Brody, what you smoking?
I'm smoking some of this Granddaddy Perp with a little bit of key from this NEOG that I had left over the week.
I got this Zaza in me and this shit kicking my ass.
Mm.
Man, we gonna get into some cool hip hop news information and just great memorial moments and just great time in hip hop right now. Off mic, man, Tone was talking about the event that went down, DMX versus Snoop.
Two dogs, nigga.
Let's unpack it, my guy. Let's unpack it.
Hey.
First of all, it was great to see X. You know, one of those people who don't really get in front of a camera and everything like that. Niggas sit down, they had cups, music. It just was a whole vibe, and it was like, man, it was good to see two legends being celebrated and bringing their catalogs to the table, and it was amazing. Who you had taking it?
To be honest, that was a match where I was a winner if I would have picked whoever, you feel me? Like,
Right, whoever you're a fan of, you won, and then just the fans in general, we all won, man. Great
yeah,
display of
yo.
just showmanship, talent, longevity, iconic music, everything.
I mean, you got nice little iconic history lesson with all that shit, learning who inspired who and shit like that. It put me in that same field that Erica and Jill Scott was in.
Another
Two
great battle.
legends. You feel me? Just two legends admiring each other. You feel me? Telling each other how one another inspired them for this shit. You feel me? Think
Absolutely.
about it. We probably wouldn't even got DMX if it wasn't for Snoop just saying, "Yo, get at me, dog." You feel me? And this nigga X is just thinking that was the hardest shit he ever heard in his life. Just a nigga saying that. So we really gotta credit Snoop Dogg for even giving us X just based off of that. You feel me?
I can't say it made X entirely, but I say that song absolutely for
Yeah,
sure.
that was the number one song that blew X up at that time, if I'm not mistaken. You feel me?
In that sense,
So
yeah, I
it,
thought you were taking it like another way, like I created you, my nigga. But no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. That put the masses on X for sure. Definitely a smash. For me, I felt like yeah, we won. But me, I'm a huge fan of DMX. I got him in my top 10. And like I'm always here to celebrate X. Always here to celebrate
for
X.
sure.
And Snoop, like and that's not no easy foe to even go toe to toe with. Snoop's catalog is infinite. This nigga got the Infinity Stones. He got one in
He
almost every generation.
transcend time, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can honestly say Snoop is probably like one of the rare few OGs who was allowed to just slip through time. You feel
The
me?
Godfather,
And
yo.
just yeah, yo, like he's basically on God status when it comes to this hip hop shit.
It's a couple niggas in a
You feel
different
me?
tier. And I
Yeah,
think I think X proved that he right there up there in my eyes.
X always been up there in my eyes, to be honest. Like,
But you know, a lot of people, you know, unfortunately X got one of those stories in hip hop where some of the negative kind of outshadow a lot of the records and a lot of the other stuff. You know,
yeah,
with media and all that other stuff, sometimes you know a nigga bullshit get cluttered up, and you don't get to celebrate a man's legacy and his time in his pen.
for
And it
sure.
was on full display right there. Like every track Snoop played, X had a counter, and it was just a beautiful dance, man.
Hmm.
And I hope a lot of I hope a lot of people would tune it in and just seeing the importance of having a catalog that can last and having that longevity inside your projects and putting some pain and passion, like what X said, man. Write that pain, man, because that shit gonna
See,
last. Write that pain.
and that's the beauty I feel about the OGs when it comes to their music. Like, We're 20 years in the future now. You feel me? And we're still hearing shit from Gin and Juice, shit from what was X first album called? Excuse me. Shit. I'm old and I'm high right now. I ain't that old, but you feel me? I'm high right now, so I can't remember X first album called, like the title of that shit. It's what is it? It's dark and it was it? It's dark and it's I can't even fucking remember shit.
Hell is hot.
Can't remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. I couldn't even remember the last
My
part.
bad, I was over here
But
choking. I had to mute my shit. I'm like, I got my guy as soon as I get back in. But yeah,
But
his first
when that
project.
first came out, you feel me? When both them motherfuckers first came out, like just the time and period that we was in, you feel me?
Right.
It was already shifting. Like the culture was already shifting towards these two. You feel me? Especially coming off a Doggy Style, and then X coming out of nowhere, hitting us with this shit. It was just I don't know. For again, if the West Coast got Snoop Dogg as their dog father, then the East Coast we got DMX as ours. You feel me? They
Right.
got Doberman pinches, we got pit bulls and shit. It's on
Right.
that type of level.
Right. And it's
But
like
all in all, it was beauty.
it was.
It
It was
was
just a
beauty.
beautiful event, a whole vibe. And I just hope we get more of this. I think we get into a point where like I know it's a lot of people who want to jump into that shit. I know it's murmurings, Ashanti and help me out, Ashanti and Keisha Cole. I think LL just called out Jay-Z. I feel like that'd be a good battle too, right there. I don't know. I think
I
Ashanti
don't
would
mean
probably
no
wash.
harm.
Wash Keisha Cole.
LL and LL probably might need to probably might need to challenge somebody else.
Why you
Him and
say that?
Jay-Z. I don't mean no
LL
harm.
got
After
hits.
after a while though, yo, ain't nobody gonna try to hit no LL shit, yo. Like
It's
after
only 20.
I
It's only 20.
it's 20. It's 20, and he's gonna have to be very crucial after the year 2003 picking the rest of them songs, you feel me?
You don't think he got enough in the early 90s and the 80s?
He do, but like the thing about Jay-Z
Mama
is
said knock you out when I'm alone in my
Jay-Z
room.
is like Snoop though, yo. He got shit that transcend time.
He got one in every
So
generation too.
I don't know. I think the last project I ever had was probably I think after
I'm saying Jay-Z. I don't know
him in the
about LL.
Dream. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Last joint I
Like
remember
Jay-Z could
seeing what
pull
LL did, he
anything
did
out
some
his bag.
country music joint where he was talking about, please don't shoot me, Mr. Officer. I'm a black man, or some shit like that.
See, yo, he pull that shit out, and then Jay-Z pull out motherfucking Story of OJ or some crazy
Yeah, what you
shit. You
gonna
feel
do?
me?
Yeah.
You feel me?
But you know, I feel like LL a competitive nigga, so I can see him definitely trying to jump out there.
Sure.
I like to see LL with like a Run DMC or some shit though, honestly.
Now, if he come out and he start the match with doing it again, Jay-Z can't do shit for the
Yeah.
first three
Yeah, hold
songs.
on.
That's
Yeah,
real
yeah.
shit.
See, hold on. I forgot about that,
That's
man. Let
real
me stop
shit.
playing with L. Hold on. Yeah, he got some joints.
He got to get into his
The Jimmy,
collaborative
baby.
bags. I think to really fuck with the Jay-Z, but the standalone LLs, I think is going to be a problem.
LL and Will Smith.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That'd be a good
I ain't gonna
one.
lie, that's a good one.
I'd like to see that.
I
I'm
don't know
I'm
what to
I'm here
play
for that.
to counter jiggy with it. I do not know what to play from LL to counter get jiggy with it. I'm not even gonna sit here in front.
I ain't even the biggest LL fan, so I can't even run his catalog. Oh, Will fan. Will got joints too, though, yo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Parents just don't understand. But
Men
shouts
in
out to
Black, Wild
Swiss,
Wild
man. Shouts
West.
out to Timbaland. Shouts out to them for creating something out of nothing, man, and turning
Hey
a
man,
negative
shouts out
into
to
a
Will Smith
positive.
too, my nigga.
Yeah, always shouts out to Will Smith.
Okay, here comes the Men in Black. Even though niggas talk shit about that shit, that was my shit.
Yeah,
That shit's still
that
in my
shit had me
motherfucking
sliding around
Serato.
in
I
my
don't give a
socks.
fuck.
That shit had me
You feel
sliding
me?
around in my socks. Nah, that's facts. And the movie was dope.
hmm
Since we own it, Will, I don't know, he be picking some movies though. Like Will Smith should have a bigger acting career, but he be picking some stinkers sometimes.
Hey man, yo, it's just few
Wild
movies
Wild
from
West
Will
was
Smith.
not good, yo. I went to the
I
movies to see
say
that trash.
for its time, it was cool,
For this
but
time, it was creepy to
how
me,
it
yo. I
aged,
ain't gonna lie, it was a
for
little
real.
creepy when I first watched it. I was like, this is
When
weird.
I was a kid, that was my shit.
It
I
was,
ain't gonna sit
I
here in
wasn't really into
front.
the steampunk shit, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
was like,
wasn't either, but I
it
was
put you
into
on to it. You was like,
westerns.
oh, this shit kind of different.
I was into westerns. You feel
Okay,
me?
I get what you're saying. It was
And
that,
like,
if you into westerns, that was like that probably was like, damn, this is crazy.
yeah, and it was just a simple fact. It was a black U.S. Marshal. You feel me? They was telling the stories of how like some of the first black U.S. Marshals was alive and shit, and how they just did a nice little spinoff
See, I
of
gotta
that
go
with
back.
Will's
See,
character. That shit was dope for
I
real.
gotta go do the knowledge. That's on me. A couple different music dropped. Do you have a chance to catch the Lupe
I thought
project?
you said, nah. I thought you said Chance dropped the project, but nah, I ain't catch the Lupe. I didn't even know Lupe dropped some shit. I'm a Lupe
Yeah, he
fan
got some.
too.
He got something out in the ethos.
Okay.
Um, the Cole dropped the 2-pack. Drake dropped the 2-pack. Have you had a chance to digest any of that?
Um, the cold shit, I've been bumping it, but I wouldn't say I sat down and actually, you feel me, bust out the pen and pad and dissect each bar and shit like it was a science project. But I heard enough, you feel me, to actually say I'm anticipating an album or EP,
Right.
especially from Cole.
I think when well, like I said, when Cole get into that introspective, laid back, chill beat, he unstoppable. Like, yeah, I I needs more of this.
It kind of remember when Cole dropped False Prophets, and what was the other song that came with False Prophets? But remember when he gave us that little 2P back in the day and shit, you feel me? Everybody dies.
Hmm.
False Prophet, everybody dies. And in a way, it kind of put me in that mood, like we might get an album in that type of realm, you feel me?
Yeah, I think that's
For
what
your
people are
eyes
here for.
only. Yeah.
I don't know if like I think a lot of people don't really like For Your Eyes Only, but it's grown to be one of my favorite projects. When you just it's a real headphone song. It's not really you can like bump out
That's some
overtly.
shit you gotta listen to on
On the humble, like, yeah, or you in the car by
yeah, on a
yourself type
Wednesday
shit. It ain't really
foggy
no
day
turn up
for
shit.
real.
It's just some introspective thought shit. But
Yeah.
a lot of people was mad because it was coming off Forest Hill Drive and niggas was expecting the world, and
Trying
people
to
got upset
box
about
them
that.
in.
Yeah, they did try to
I think
box
that's
him.
just niggas as fans, period. You feel me? I feel like fans really don't know how detrimental they are, especially to our artists. Like, in order for an artist to actually be 100% effective, he has to be able to create freely. And to be honest, a lot of fans really just put these artists in a box. You feel me? Especially when it comes to shit. And then an artist, he can either get lost in that idea that he's something else than what he is. You feel me? And it could just completely fuck up his whole career. I mean, shit, we look at it with like a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't give like an artist a chance to grow and experiment
Yeah,
because you
that
get
was
so
kind of
hung
like
up
with
on his.
Kendrick.
I think Kendrick did it good though, cause like
He did.
people was expecting this, and then he was like, nah, and then niggas was like, huh, and then he was like, all right, niggas was like, all right, he was expecting this, and he was like, nah, again, like you feel me? It's like, nah, yeah, don't do that.
Put them in a box, they fuck you up for real, yo. Like that's the beauty. I think about to be honest, these I can't even say top three because Drake is so predictable with his music. You feel me? He still makes good shit, but his music is always predictable.
You
You can at
can't say
least
that.
you can judge this. You can at least know what type of subject matter he's coming with. You feel me? It's something like that.
I think he covers the board though. You don't
He I
really.
wouldn't.
I don't think
He
we.
makes the introspective shit.
I don't think
He
we.
makes the little turn up shit. But like,
I don't think we ever sit down and be like, okay, like we know Drake's capable of doing so many different things. It's like you can never really expect to know where he's going, and then you get his album, and his album is going to be just a transition of all of it.
mm, I don't think Drake can give me no conscious type shit. You feel me? I can't really say I sit down and listen to Drake to actually be, you feel me, inspired to actually pick up a book and do some research.
No,
I don't know.
but
That's just my
I think he
opinion.
dropped gems. I think niggas just don't listen
He dropped gems and shit like that, and
on
I ain't
like
gonna
a
lie, like,
business aspect.
and when it comes to dealing with bitches, I ain't gonna sit here and hold you for real. Like,
Yeah, them
Drake
late
says a
night.
lot of relatable shit that a lot of niggas refuse to actually admit. A lot of vulnerable shit. I give him that. When it comes to the vulnerability bag, Drake is definitely there. A lot of niggas would definitely.
And you old enough to remember like the furious Drake hate that Drake used to get back in the day coming up
Oh yeah, I
for
used to
being
lead that
soft and
shit.
all of that shit.
I used to lead that shit. You feel me? I used to call him a pretty albino girl, my nigga. Pause.
So fucking but yeah, like so you know like for him like it wasn't like a easy sale. So I think he covers different subject matter. It's just it wouldn't. I don't think it would like I don't think it would
He's the
hit as
Barry
hard.
Manilow of rap, my nigga. Like he has his place.
Cause it's like you look at Drake and he tells you about growing up. Like he giving you a different side of some shit you never experienced. But it's a lot of kids who probably relate to his experience, like being half black, growing up and not being accepted on either side. Like all of that shit. Like I can't relate to that. Like, but I'm sure there's other people that went through that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm waiting for like a natural light skinned artist that's not mixed to talk about that shit. Like being called an Oreo, but my nigga, you not an Oreo. You feel me? You just light skinned. I'm waiting for a rapper to just come out and say some shit like that.
How you feel about Logic retirement and everything?
Oh man, I can't say that I really paid attention to Logic's career and like
I felt bad too, yo, because after seeing his outpour on Instagram and everything like that, and him being like one of the hometown like Marylanders and shit like that, it was like nigga right in the backyard. But I pay attention to so many other artists, and it's like this man was like
it's
Logic is a
his music
huge
don't
star.
hit.
It
Yeah, his music just don't hit like that to me though. Like,
Nah, you
and
right.
I'm not
Not dissing.
taking nothing away from him or
Like 'cause
nothing,
he's a
but it's
very
just
accomplished rapper, and I like
yeah.
man, shouts out to Logic for real. Like so, there's no diss. It's just I
But
don't really listen.
like,
I stopped listening to Logic probably maybe like
but
the
you gotta
10th or
think.
11th grade.
Yeah, I was about to say like we've been on Logic
Yeah,
way
yeah. So
before
like
Logic was even a fucking
and that's
thing.
why I
Like
feel like I felt so bad about it. I was like, damn, yo, like I remember when I was coming up editing like
Chopper
OCEs
Gunners,
and yeah,
what
you
was it?
feel me?
Chopper Gunners, something something dogs. Like he was known as he had them Call of Duty buzz that we was coming up.
Yeah, and but not only that, he also was one of the first artists who owned their own music and was lending it out to other
Hmm.
big streamers and stuff. And that's how I got on the Logic. I was seeing like Optic and Agony and all those Phase, all those early clans were like using his music. I was like, who the fuck is this guy rapping like this? And it got me interested in him, and it was like, damn, this nigga from Maryland.
Yeah.
And then I started following the young Frank Sinatra series, all of that stuff, Rat Pack. And then I just fell off with this man. I'm like, damn, here we are, and this man is retiring, and this man has put out a bunch of projects, and from other people I know that do fuck with him, it's like, man, you missing out. But like, I
I
feel
s-
that same sentiment where it's like, that nigga just don't, he don't hit you.
See, what I think like, and this is before like how Black Lives Matter blew up the way it was. I remember when Logic was on his All Lives Matter spill. You feel me? And I think the thing of it is what fucked Logic up for a lot of people. I can at least say in my case, and people and niggas that fucking feel like how I do about Logic and shit. It's just that he spent so much time trying to clarify who and what the fuck he is. It kind of just fucked up the whole element of Logic's music. You feel me? Because it just seemed like every time this nigga dropped a project, all right, we're gonna get this nigga talking about whether he's white, whether he's black, whether he's this, whether he's just a motherfucking anomaly. You feel me? Like it's just all this shit just wrapped up into one. And to be honest, that shit could be quite taxing on a motherfucker's brain. Well, all you trying to do is just listen to just good music. You feel me? Especially if niggas not even looking at you at that for that type of light. You feel me?
I feel like a lot of his albums aren't really conducive either. Like not like they don't flow in a cadence and stuff like that.
Now the shit he did that was inspired by Cowboy Bebop. The Adventures. What was the shit? I forgot the name of that one. That was his last decent project to me. We had the voices from the voice characters and the voice actors from Cowboy Bebop. I forgot the name of that one, but that was like his last decent project to me.
That's pushing the envelope in hip hop too.
Damn.
I'm gonna go back through Logic career as an homage to my fellow Marylander, man. I'm gonna go check him out. I can't let my guy retire. I'm sure it's something there. I can't. But for me, it's like whenever I don't get that like, all right, man. It doesn't touch something in your soul. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this song got me. Like even now, I was listening to some of his album, and I was just like, this man's retiring, and he's still mentioning about being biracial. It's like, all right, we
Yeah.
get it, man. But it's like, I
Cole
don't know.
biracial. How many fucking times Cole got mentioned that shit? Cole don't even mentions that shit. You feel me?
I
Yeah,
was
my
just,
father's black, my mother's white. All right, cool. He goes on about his business. Drake, same thing. My father's black, my mother's Jewish. Goes on about the same fucking thing. It's just something about Logic. He has to. I feel as though that's the only way he can. He thinks he can save himself, and he can try to grab an audience that way. You feel me?
he's what we're talking about in the sense of like I can't say it fully, but if a lot of his songs feel like he's like kind of pushing something
He's
or
pleading or
yeah,
catering.
exactly. So it's like, but through all of his albums to do that, it's like that's what happens when you stay in, and you keep doing the same thing in your career. And
Hmm.
if you don't give that artist a time to experiment and go different routes and stuff like that, and plus also I feel like Logic really didn't have the whole traditional hip hop career. He was working and he
Yeah,
started
he's an internet
rapping and
baby.
he's an internet baby, so he kind of not popped rather quickly, but it was like once the horizon started to swell, he was out of here by the time he got to like that first step. And
Yeah,
it's like, wow, Logic just did how much? 75,000, 80,000 on his first outing? That's good. That's amazing. So, like, obviously, he has a fan base or something. He did something crazy on his first album. And then he's working
hmm
with No ID on most of his projects. Of course, he's out of here.
and then he has the respect of his peers, so it is something to him. You feel me?
Logic can rap. I'm not saying Logic can't rap. I need that song that
You want to know?
really hit.
I think what really pigeonholes Logic, he has the Eminem. He has the Eminem armor. I can rap a bunch of fucking words, but I'm not saying nothing.
You gonna call it the Eminem armor? But
It
Eminem got
is, yo.
joints that hit though. I'm sorry,
True,
Mama.
but
Stan.
when you look at I'm Sorry Mama, it's a song that slowed down. When you look at Dare Stan, it's a song that slowed down. You feel me?
Mockingbird. But that was
Also
just a
slowed down a
BPM
little
back
bit.
then though.
Yeah, I mean, but even up to date when it comes to a lot of their shit, like when you really listen to Logic and Eminem, like you can tell Logic is inspired by Eminem. There's a lot of
Yeah.
rappers that's inspired by
But he's
Eminem,
also
but
inspired by
Logic
Cole and
embodies Eminem to a whole different degree. Kendrick is inspired by that nigga, but when you listen to Kendrick, you can hardly hear Eminem's. You feel me?
Cadence.
His cadence or his inspiration flowing through Kendrick. You can hear more of Wayne inside of Kendrick than you can hear Eminem. You feel me? But when you listen to Logic and shit, you can hear more of Eminem than you can hear of who was the nigga that Logic was inspired by?
Cole.
Motherfucking Q-Tip. I was like a OG. You
I get
feel
what you're
me?
saying.
And that's what I mean. Like this nigga replaces a lot of good plots and similes with just more words and words and words, and then it just completely just kill the thing. You can oversaturate a song with just nothing but bars. You feel me?
Hey,
I
with
think
it
that's
and
the
rhyme and the rhyme.
yeah. It's like trying to put a Wu Tang song on a Janelle Aiko, Wu Tang lyrics on a Jane Aiko beat. You feel me? Socrates says philosophy, something, something, T's being the bean seeds. It's shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's just
Totally
not
see what you're
palatable.
saying. Especially over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like you can't give me that for a whole album.
And then if your 16th bar is always ending with you being biracial, you justifying what the hell you are, yo. Like niggas is not here for that, yo. You could have just left that shit in 2016 and niggas would have been fine with that.
And the wilder shit about it is, then you got somebody like Mac Miller in this class, who is an actual white boy, but got joints that
He
hit.
doesn't, yeah, and he doesn't need to fall on that type of bag. You feel me? Mac Miller let you know he's Jewish once in the song. You like, all right, fuck it. I knew you was white, but nigga, you Jewish too. All right, cool.
But
I'm
Mac got
fucking with
the
you.
he got the lyrical ability, he got the song making talent, and like I
And he
said, he
got the
got
swag.
joints. Was it maybe? Is it because maybe Logic went to cookie cutter that we don't fuck with him like that?
Possibly.
He seems a little polished, like maybe too
I would,
polished,
yeah.
and that
I,
might have
I was
been
gonna
off
say
putting.
when you look at Logic, Logic is kind of what the industry wants in a rapper. When you look, if you're gonna compare Mac Miller to Eminem, I say to Eminem to Logic, it's kind of the basis is kind of there. Mac Miller, he follows under the traditional rapper category. You feel me? Nigga do drugs. The nigga has an attitude problem. He hangs with niggas. You feel me? The nigga's about this shit. He makes good music. He plays the instruments. He's just chilling with all the homies and shit. You feel me? Then you got Logic, just the nigga at home watching anime, playing video games and shit. You feel me?
With supreme talent.
With supreme talent.
And R.P. Mac Miller, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, for real, for real. R.P. this man. One of my favorite rappers that came out of the last 10 years. No bullshit. Senior skip day, I was bumping that shit heavy when I was a senior, my nigga.
And yeah, though, but I don't know, like, but man, yeah, shouts out to Logic and his retirement, and I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see what he does with Twitch. I'm really interested to see what he does with Twitch next. I don't know if he's gonna do like a Jack Black thing where he's playing video games or live streaming all that good stuff.
I hope that nigga gets his skills up if he's gonna be on
You
Twitch,
never
yo.
know. Logic might be all right, Joe. He's of the culture. Let's not act like
I
Logic ain't
don't, I
come
don't
up in
mean
this
no
shit,
harm,
yo.
yo. I viewed one of his streams last night and shit when niggas mentioned that, and that nigga got dropped off, yo. Like, you know how it's an inside joke, but you know how we be joking on a certain somebody in the party, we be playing Warzone and shit.
Mm.
Let's just say I think niggas might pick him over Logic. You feel me? If Logic really want to run with niggas or some shit.
I mean, you know how it is when you're a celebrity and you get in the game. Everybody want to jump in there, so he's probably in there with a bunch of tryhards too. Like
Possibly,
that's probably
possibly.
Logic in this motherfucker. Like, because you know we used to be
Oh
little
yeah.
knuckleheads. We see that tag light up. Oh nah, we on his head. We on his
Oh yeah, I ain't
leg.
gonna lie. Yeah, especially back in the day. You used
You
to
like, what
stream
the
watch
fuck?
just to try to catch a nigga and
Uh-huh.
shit.
All tight. He over there, yo. You got one nigga dedicated. He in the back. His whole team back there. That's that's the only thing I don't get about the live streaming. Like back in the day when people used to try to live stream, we'd pop the stream and just watch your stream while
Try,
and just
yeah.
smash you. Like, nah, you ain't about to get it off like this. I know exactly what this guy is.
Especially on the search and destroy
Yeah,
shit
he
back in the
giving away
old
his
COD
whole
days
team,
and
everything,
shit.
yo.
Fuck that shit, nigga. I'm gonna go right behind that
Tactical.
motherfucking airplane, nigga.
Tactical. We got a snitch. Let's get it. Oh man, good times. But yeah, man. No Logic hate though. Man, so like yeah, shouts out to Logic and his retirement and his entry to fatherhood. I wish that man the best. And
I
his
have
next
no Logic
endeavors.
hate, just Logic critique. You feel me?
Well
But I
said.
always got Eminem hate.
That's gonna do it for you guys. Afterthoughts coming. Make sure you check that out. We're gonna get in a little bit more of just creating and rapping and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that dropping this weekend. And yeah, man, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's been another interesting one. Tone, go ahead and close this out, bro.
Closing out on a good statement. You feel me, my niggas? Shit. RIP to all our hip hop young legends and all our OGs. You feel me? I just want to start off by saying that. You feel me? Rest in peace to your family if you lost any family during. You feel me? 2020. 2020 is a bitch. You feel me? So RIP to all our lost loved ones and shit like that. And shit. Fuck Candace Owens and Oh yeah, shit. Also, remember who the hell you make fun of for real? Because motherfuckers like Doja Cat was making fun of niggas with COVID and shit like that, and scared to get COVID, and now this bitch got COVID. You feel me? So I'm still carrying the fuck Doja Cat and Candace Owens banner, even though shit got quiet. So you feel me? Shouts out to motherfuck Doja Cat for getting COVID, my nigga.
And yeah, that's gonna do it
That's
for
my
this
closing
episode.
statement.
It's gonna do it for this
Irony's a
episode.
bitch.